Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. This one's located on the west spawn of Airfield and it's under the command of Huggy9999. Game on. Okay, right, looks like he's going south. There are various positions you can take on this map to actually shoot. I mean, you can go into the bushes there, but it's a bit obvious. A lot of players like to go up to the north area, up there where the Dicamax is going at the moment, because from there you can shoot quite nicely into the pass where the enemy heavy tanks turn up. But a lot of players, like Huggy in this condition, in this state, he actually decided to go right down to the south coast. And there's advantages to doing that because it's very difficult to see the tracer coming from enemy tanks or enemy Arty around here, so he's less likely to be counter-batteried. And of course he can hit the enemy tanks that are coming up either on from the temple next to the south pass, next to the Temple Mount, which is the one with the theatre in it. That's what he's looking at right now, Temple Mount, that's what I call it anyway. And he gets a lovely direct hit there straight away on the Cromwell B. And from this position you can still shoot into that heavy pass to the north, so you get a lot more options going to the south than you do going to the north. That Cromwell B's pulled back below that ridgeline, so we can't do much about him at the moment. But there's the M44, which I think David Fletcher said was probably one of the worst tanks that was built in Europe after the war. I know the French rather like it, but it isn't actually a very good tank at all. They were basically trying to use up all the Panther engines and all the post-war equipment, and of course the French needed to rearm their armed forces completely, and so they were looking to utilise anything that was left over. Well, that's an OI, and that was a direct hit for 198. It's a tier 6 game, he's tier 6 Arty, in fact it's all tier 6, so he's not going to get a lot of extra XP for hitting high tier opponents. But he's got that OI there, and of course I always consider OIs and TOGs as mobile pinatas for Arty. And well, another nice hit for 189. The OI is now about to expire. There you go, he's gone. Now, quick check down to the south, we can see that one enemy tank did manage to get fairly close. And here's another one, a T-34-85M, right next door to the amphitheatre. Gets a nice little hit there for 213 and some stun assist afterwards. Changing position. Doesn't really need too much on this corner of the map, but he's still doing it out of practice. G2's gone. The T-34-85 is not in sight. He's got a KV-2 in that pass. Dialing in. Rounds out. Nice hit. 109. I think he's going to go for him again. Okay, that's it. Keep going. Almost loaded. Rounds out. Oh, he got a fire and he went. And that's an arsonist badge because he killed the KV-2 with fire. In fact, I did see him catch a light earlier in the game. So I think that he'd lost his fire extinguisher and it was on cooldown, so when he was hit the next time it was fatal. And that KV-85 took a round in the ass for 168. Oh, their SU-100 just went up with an ammo rack, and now we've got the Cromwell B pulling back, and he's almost loaded, but I don't think he's going to get that shot in. No. So the enemy's losing by 4 tanks now, and their KV-85 just went over the edge of the cliff to avoid being killed by our teammates. And that hasn't saved him from being hit by Huggy. Okay, the enemy has appeared back at the Temple Mount. T-34-85M and the Cromwell B. It's quite nice actually with enemy tanks grouped together. He's fired one in blind there to try and get the Cromwell B, but unfortunately he had actually moved on already. Oh, P43 didn't have much in the way of hit points, and so he was an easy shot for the Dicamax on the enemy team. Cromwell B, well, looks like one of our teammates there is bit of difficulty trying to get a shot on that Cromwell B. We fire around in a bit too late, but we still splash him for 146. He's still on the move, but I'm afraid, yes, he does get taken out by our other M44. So things are now looking up. 4 tanks ahead of the enemy. Only 5 left on their team. Now, the nearest enemy tank is a T-34-85M. I suspect that what Huggy's doing here is he's relocating because there is no friendly tank between him and that T-34-85M. And if he makes a move to come west, then he's going to be the first one to meet him. And I don't think he wants that. So in actual fact, the T-34-85M went north, not west. And he's now sitting behind that escarpment. Is it an escarpment? He's in defilade anyway. Okay, the enemy Arty's been spotted right over in the corner of the map. Just got hit by the IKV, but the IKV got shotgunned. Well, I think his round might have done some damage if the enemy hadn't already been dead. The Dicmax got him. And now we're looking at that T-34-85M who's getting hit by the Striv 74. And he's out. And that means now there's only 3 enemies remaining. A Jagdpanzer 4, a Dicmax and an M44. And the Jagdpanzer 4 has just been spotted up on that hill. Lining up a shot, working out where he's going. Rounds out, this looks good. Yes, it is! And that's a penetrating round as well. 600 hit points off that one. Now, who's next? Well, we're starting to cap.
Sorry, I don't know that.
If you wonder what that was Alexa. I should have switched her off. Okay, Dicmax up on the heights. Now he can get around into him because he's got very weak armor. Lining him up. Oh, lost sight of him, but I think you can judge where he is. He fires around in, but unfortunately he's now located himself in a building when he moved forward to avoid counter battery. And in fact, there's no need to avoid counter battery because that was the last enemy, the Dicmax, and he's gone, which means it's a victory. And he did get a lot of damage in that game, so let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's only a second class tanker for Huggy 9999 in the M44 on this occasion, but he did get an arsonist again for setting light to an enemy tank and watching it burn. It was the KV2 this time. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. He got a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And this time round, he did get the high caliber for dealing the most damage as well in the same game. 4,914 was the win rate from this one, which is very high. So it's surprising that it's only a second class tanker. It just goes to show the standard for the M44 is very, very high indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go. Tis the highest damage, 2,267 hit points from that one. Next highest scorer was the Dicmax on the enemy team, the last one alive, 2,122 to him. And after that, it was the M44 on their team with 1,757. When it came to kills, it was the Dicmax who got 4 kills, and followed by the Jagdpanzer 4, who was also the same as Huggy, and he was anonymized again. The KV2, the Dicmax, the Dog 2, and the IKV-65-2. So the team was so good that just about everyone got 2 kills. Well, most people anyway. 1/3 of the team got 2 kills, and only 2 members of the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and that's surprising. When it comes to base XP, you can see it's Huggy again who's got the top with 908. 635 went to the T150 and 606 went to the KV2, closely followed by the Dicmax on the enemy team with 598. When it came to details, 15 shots fired, 8 direct hits, 1 penetration. Well, we know the penetration was that Jagdpanzer 4. I'm absolutely certain he went straight through the armour on that one. Yes, he did. Yes, absolutely certain of that. 10 splash. Damage of 2,267 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 6 of the enemy, killed 2, and did 405 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 42,276 credits, and he got 100,000 credits for completing a mission, and the total came to 142,276. And after ammunition, resupply and consumables, he had a whopping great profit of 114,701 credits from that one game alone. 24 bonds from the game, that's very high as well. And 1,362 XP times 2 for the first victory took away 2,724 experience points altogether. So a particularly profitable game for Huggy 9999 in the M44 on Airfield. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.